Alright, my fine feathered friends, I am back after being gone a while, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to be finishing Phoenix Wright today, finally. I'm going to try to get in and finish some of these games that I've started a while back. So I'll be finishing this. I'm going to be playing some more Dave the Diver, playing some more Spiritfarer. Unfortunately, I can't stream on Twitch right now, so I'm going to be concentrating on YouTube for a bit until we can figure out how to get back on Twitch. My internet is bullshit. Actually, I wonder if I can use my hotspot. That's even good enough that maybe I'll try later. Anyways, yes, I'm gonna save. Luckily, I was still able to find my save file from when I played this the last time I played. Is this? Hold on, I gotta check to see. So I'm trying to like check to see. Okay. I'll have to edit that out. I have to keep to see, like, I have my overlay. I have to see if it's like set up right, because I have to resize some of the scenes. The gameplay scenes. Alright, so the ashes. I did play this game when it came out originally, and I don't think this was originally part of the game. I think this was added later on to introduce you to, like, the mechanics of the new game coming up. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m., Wright and Co. offices. Yeah, that girl showed up. Not show. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to go to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Huh? What? Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. You're the famous defense attorney, Maya Fey. What? Huh? Oh. Oh, you're not Maya Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Maya Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney. Right. Wait. You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's relief then, you're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? Drew, the undefeated defense attorney? No, it's Matlock. Actually, I think Matlock did lose finally, but whatever, it's neither here nor there. Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please, I'm out of time. But, please, you have to help. It's my sister. Huh? Maya? Could it be? Huh? Okay. I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Emma Sky? What? Scientific investigator? Excuse me. Emma, was it? So you're the scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. It's something wrong? No, it's just that you seem kind of jumpy, or just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader, but I'm ready to do my job, at my age, no less. Great, another future professional in training. So what's this case, or, so what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow. My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab somebody with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's scientific fact. And there's a witness? Just talk to her. Just talk to her. You'll have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... I'm sorry, Mia Fey. That's interesting. How would she know Mia? So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. It's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah, sure can't falter at the lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method for case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. My sister asked for her specifically. Mia Fey? Was a few years below her in school, so she went to the same school as Mia. She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney, and well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia's a woman. Mia? Yeah, I thought it was a little strange when I saw you too. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Huh? Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, it's kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, so she came to the law office is literally called Phoenix and Wright, or Phoenix Wright and Co. or whatever, right? Why would you think Mia's there? It's no longer, you know, Mia and Co. or whatever the fuck it is. Okay, so we're gonna move to the detention center. Detention center! I'm an idiot, I know. Shut up. February 22nd, detention center, visitor room. Emma, huh? I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's your sister. No excuses. Or did I not want to raise the share? I understood, ma'am. What is this all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. But look, I didn't want to come here early either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Is she a general? What the heck? Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is that to you, or that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for the district. You're the prosecutor? Is she in the army? What's with the medals? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like... Yeah, we know who they're just like. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Something you should know from the start, which is the suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? In his subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. My. So who is the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose that's the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to the loss of blood, and he was stabbed once in the stomach. By you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means police department will consider it a matter of pride to have found me guilty. They will use any means to their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. She didn't kill Detective Gumshoe, did she? I don't think she did. So they're the chief prosecutor. That's correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by the prosecutor in this district. I make sure the prosecutor have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she was in a class ahead of Mia, wouldn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her. Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey. It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney, anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was the top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take the case. None. But Lana... You were always this way, weren't you? You never think of anyone but yourself. Huh? I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say that you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Oh! Mr. Wright? Yes? I believe our discussion has ended here, and the rest, leave to you. Huh? You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Like, your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. Is it a glove? Is it a glove that doesn't fit? Because if the glove doesn't fit, you gotta quit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, huh? About what? My sister, she's not always like that, you know. Huh? I just expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out the underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Oh, okay. Gotta move to... I don't know. My wife's laughing at me, being an idiot. I'm always an idiot. February 22nd, prosecutor's office, underground parking lots. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny, that's my first visit to the prosecutor's office. Should be like this. Hey everyone, keep up the good work. Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers in 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You're suspecting to go unnoticed there, partner. Partner? Yes, that guy. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch, and it's up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? Marshall more looks like a sheriff to me. Looky here, bambina. I know how you feel, but this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, and it's a gold mine is evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out of the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You're head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Was that hombre your friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Oh, wait. How do I... Oh, there we go. Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what that is. It's a car. Well, partner, looks like you've gotten no intention of going home quietly. The sheriff. Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Does he just, like, threaten to shoot me? What the heck? I don't think he's allowed to threaten to shoot me. I mean, he could, I don't know. Trying to get more comfortable with this couch. Scary! Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. That little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, eh? Please. No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyways. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the Prosecutor's office. Might just find you a cerveza you like. Wait, I'm going to the prosecutor's office for beer. Prosecutor's office, where does the guy think he is? The prosecutor's office. No, it is a prospector's office. And when for that matter. Note to self, look up Vital Saloon Cerveza. Maybe she should check out the room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Great, maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Aha! A ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? Scientific terms, please. Scientifically, it looks like the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems to be so horribly familiar somehow. Oh, I accidentally hit. What are you doing, stepladder? What's this? A wallet. Excuse me, officer? Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found his wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is a real basic anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put that in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. I mean, it kinda is. You're stealing evidence from a crime scene. Wallet hastily stuffed into the pocket. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick of examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way, her eyes are sparkling. I can tell that she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. Uh-huh. You have to be sure to examine the evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining for every angle. Oh, wait. This is weird. I mean, it's like... Oh, look, I think there might be a clue there. To check it out, press examine button. It's a clasp. This is an ID card. Detective Bruce Goodman, ID 5842-189. See, well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see the science has to do with it. Type evidence retrieved from the underground parking lot. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Okay, let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Excuse me, were you two all set? Us? Who's this lady? What's this? You couldn't be... You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way to doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passerbys, or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly the way to greet somebody. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up queen? Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to the case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes. You might say, yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me. You are a slow one, aren't you? I guess she's the witness. I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of the detective. What? The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen. Tell us what happened. The name's Angel Star. Don't be forgetting it. Why is she called a cough up queen? I don't even want to know what that is. What that has reference to. Did she like star in like cough drop commercials? Is she a porn star of sorts? It's gross. Shut up, Julie. Or before you know it, I'll be whimpering at my heels. Oh, maybe she's a dominatrix. Yes, ma'am. Yippee, she means it. Or yipes, she means it. Not yippee. Yippee, she means it. She's gonna step on me. Yes. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was gonna happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday's special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know, then. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt the den of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors, they have no qualms at all about blackening the names of innocents. And yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award to the king of prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutor convention yesterday? Was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Or is it some kind of scientific evidence of this evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. The most heinous of all evil ones are the ones they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunch of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's for clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. You think? Does she hack and like hack loogies on people's lunches? Is that what the cough-up queen thing is? What the? She said she's a former cough-up queen though, so I don't understand. She said she wanted to put something foul in their lunches, so maybe she's hacking up loogies in her lunch. She's pulling a Trump. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Starr? It was a fascinating spectacle to be sure, and I know I feel that they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield a knife so... Huh? Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world became cruelly cut. Still rings in my ear. And I say the rhythmic beat of the Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course, that's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She's always traveled light. Now why would a pretty lunch lady know about chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Starr? I come every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and the best in the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are hid here. Why make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind that you can only tell someone who's tried General Tao's trilobite, lunch said. Never mind, you win. I don't even want to appreciate part of the trilobite flavor. Anyways, I don't think it's a trilobite. Whatever, it's a type of fish. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Anyways, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in a security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security room over there? That glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyways, I drop in to see him. Since you're here anyways, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance? So the scientifically analyzed the data available so far. You, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with the ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis, not. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutors, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Nah, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike. They are bigger they get, the worse they smell. What? Kind of like a 10-day-old clams in the chowder? I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal troubles in her past. That'd be sure cause of food poisoning, and scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. I'm moving to the... I guess I'm going to the High Prosecutor's office now. Yeah. February 22nd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Is that Wright's office? This is a kind of odd room that just screams I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Hey, look. Or look, there's a trophy or something in there. A trophy? What? Wait, that shield. It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, he must be a real stuck-up jerk. Mr. Phoenix writes. You never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. I knew it. He's got his suit, like, framed on the wall. Long time no see, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth! You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right. His sister was a chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No. It's just Mr. Wright here, Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate the murder case. Murder? Body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. Huh. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? I'll say one thing, she certainly can scream. So the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, didn't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean... Wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister, then? Yes, sir, I'm a Sky. It's nice to meet you again. That doesn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember, you've really grown. I admit that I'm surprised it's me too. I think that my own car could become a scene of a murder. More surprising still, now that I'm forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand... Wait, what did you say? Anna Sky is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor of the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You, Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors. You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember the time when they weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there's some who say that I'm the responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Sorry. Ha! Some people need their little excuses to think ill of others. It's a fact of life, impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That's a bronze shield. There've got to be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. It wasn't even a lawyer then. Since then, I've always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears that I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not Warmer's person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why'd you stab somebody in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was a murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife kept in my toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth knife added to the court record. Why does he have the knife if it's evidence? Edgeworth, what? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't take a joke? You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Got that. Wait, Edgeworth, I'm looking at something here. I'm wondering, what the heck is this? There's a big K on it. Mumbles of prosecution. Prosecutors? Huh? What's that? It's a King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send the shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors, kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. King of Prosecutor trophy added to the court record. Why do I have that? Why do I care about that? Alright, hold on. Alright, just give it back to him for some reason. So in other words, you were the best of the best this year, huh? You could take the foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department ceremony to receive the broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, correct? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about the shield. Why is it broken? It doesn't matter. It got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about the award for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day at the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him more about yesterday. Alright, day of the crime. Did you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sorted all the files and evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, another thing. The ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and the award is outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's when you got shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth pride ourselves on precision, Mr. Wright. Okay. No, I place little faith in memory. The only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edward's parking stub added to the court record. This is a parking stub from underneath the underground lot. The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I appreciate it if you directed your suspicions glares elsewhere. This guy. Excuse me, but this is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere in the premise? I'm Edgeworth, what is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of Chief, sir. I've got a report, sir. Report? What? What did you find in evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. I'm Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow. This Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a court request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, but sir. I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of any particulars. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And go with that raise next month. But, sir, I didn't know. Poor guy, looks like he was absent the day they gave the brains and good luck. Wow, what's this mean? Right? Yes, sir? Guy, caught me off guard. Can you, as you can see, I'm busy. I'm gonna leave now. Let's see what he says, Mr. Wright. Victim was a detective from the same department as the patrolman just now. But on the police department, you can ask more there. Thanks. He seems to have finally calmed down at least. Alright. 2 police departments. February 22nd, the police department entrance. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the detectives so far away from the prosecutor's office? That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. This is my first time to the police department, actually. Hold on, what's that? Serving. Why does that undulate like that? Oh wait, I know. It's the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you know a lot about the police department. So he does seem to be familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger? Uh-oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well, at least it doesn't seem to be that busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I have you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. What? Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed the crime. She says that she was summoned to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence is faked? But hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's relative to the suspect, Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate the case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard by using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh well, nothing, really. They kicked me out of the criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what do you mean, or what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true, we've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are being let into the criminal affairs office affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. There's no letting any of us rank and file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyways, I thought I'd spend a day getting the batter dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? Chief of Police himself is directing the investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. Patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. I was wondering about that. What? The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? Chief threw together some designs and I did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered so you can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die. Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance till he drops. I'm Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this? Huh? Hey pal, this is Detective's ID card. You can't keep that, you have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Me and Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see, Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But don't you work together in the criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more about Detective Gumshoe? Or Detective... Bruce Goodman. So the ID card belongs to the victim. He was a detective like myself, Detective Bruce Goodman. Huh. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been in the police department yesterday. There was evidence transferal for a case that you handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal? Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but where's that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him there to the parking lot? And Linus confesses as much. Found Mr. Edgeworth's car stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive the Chief Prosecutor to do such a thing? Wait, you don't mean... I mean, sure, of course somebody really did it. Someone must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about it going on with Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, that's it. And that's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the word a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning the award. He's even gotten naysayers in prosecutor's office. Yeah, we've heard about that, about the rumors. He's in a tough spot. Again. Well, it all started with the murder of the defense attorney Hammond. But Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been unusually strong ties to the Department of Higher-Ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea that he was under the gun. Anyways, the latest case, I saw the new rumor. People say the only reason he took the case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor's position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... what was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He's appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall? Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer from West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this and you'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. Letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe added to the court records. Okay, so now we're moving back to the underground thingy place. I'd be surprised this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will lucky you twice, pal. Ugh. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, it looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in the dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why are you surprised look? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong with Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a criminal scene. Crime scene? Criminal scene? I don't know. I like that he has his own theme music. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right to this spittoon. It's a letter of introduction for Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? Oh, that old cow dog. He's holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look where you said you should say letter of introduction. It says invitation. Ah, I think you just miswrote. Great, Detective Gumshoe. I owe you one. No worries, this proves that from Detective Gumshoe, better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Officer Marshall isn't a detective, he's a patrolman. That reminds me of something. That's odd. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to the Gold Strike. You're like a settler strike out on your own lands, unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. What the self, police investigators are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say? I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letter of introduction, crumpled and discarded. Officer Marshall, can you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young, remember that, partner. Could you be a little bit more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a little feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed there at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means a witness, Miss Angel Starr. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. This here's the autopsy report. They got the autopsy report. Was the sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Pampina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. There's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to the parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unnamed man to shoot at high noon. Huh, I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective. You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas, huh? I wasn't one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me. Well, you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of the crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out on the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do, nothing important at least. He's nothing but a saddled cow dog. You can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth. That cow dog's been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. I want to examine. How do I? It looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysts would suggest that it belongs to the victim. Can't think of anyone else who would belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should you check it out? Check it out. Alright, let's check it out. Okay, just let me pick it myself. Examine. Huh. There's the display is still on redial button. Redial. Huh. Mr. Wright? This phone keeps a record of all the calls it made and received. You just press the blue button and dial the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you don't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever, let's check the phone out. Are we gonna hit redial? I wonder who the owner of the phone called last. Note to self, the defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes buttons. Beep. Hey, that song, I know that. Hey, what's going on over there? Beep. Ah, oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the redial on that phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyways? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? It belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call somebody, except they only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. I got a question for you, partner. I heard the phone ring just now, one of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot in Texas for that, partner. Oh, I'm inside the Wrath of Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. What's this? Looks like a note from some sort. Looks something's written on it. 675-12-2. You're right, let's see. 67S-12-2. There's a name printed on the paper above that Goodman. Maybe fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? It's probably like a case file. Let this out for detective reasoning, go to Edgeworth and not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister? That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prosecutor Morrow's none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is inside of Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall? Yeah, Bambina? How could you say that? You and my sister, there's something between the cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's a dry wind that's blowing through the prosecutor's office. Dry wind or ill will, somebody's up to something here. But who? Suspicious about Mr. Edgeworth has been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Where's evidence, arranging testimonies, you name it. He was unbeatable because he did whatever he took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you. Rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you will find one person, but they're off limits, untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Bambina, it's your sister. Chief Prosecutor Lena Skye. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all the cattle by himself. Some people loaned him their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth is making deals with, to win trials? But there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere, everybody knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Have they targeted him because he's the closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are you doing, Mr. Wright? Or how are we doing? I guess we've got some clues. We'll have an autopsy report and a note from the victim on the cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, there's only one thing that's bothering me, is that Lana confessed to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma, yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's a Steel Samurai's theme song, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that just rang wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what we talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Detective is murdered and the suspect is top prosecutor of the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. I don't know how many like days are in that. Check how many days are in this. Let's see here. Let's see. My goodness. I'm probably gonna split this up a lot. This one's long. I'll probably do the first part of the trial for this video, and then I don't know. Maybe we'll do it's like the investigation on day 1 or day 2 of trial, or I don't know. We'll see how long it takes. District Lobby number 2, February 22nd, 9:34 a.m. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there's still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing, the big gray area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? The defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to the trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. This guy, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there's one that decides the difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Faye helping me. No one's gonna bail me out this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Great. A child's gonna help me. Ugh. Alright, 10 o'clock. Let's get to court. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense attorney is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. Bastard. I haven't been in court with Edgeworth since the Edgeworth trial. It's been a while now. I hope that personal feelings will not be part of the proceeding today, Mr. Wright. Oh, excuse me. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in your hands, not those of anyone else, or our hands. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky has committed unpardonable crime. Oh my goodness. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like the confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for their rashness with her life. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness. Professional witness? Well then, call your first witness, Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen? Speaking of which. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar. I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really woofing it down. And for you, I have a fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state their name and profession? Ah, and you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunchbox? It's a little too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's tasty. It's so tasty it hurts. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. Prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating. Bring it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the courts, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Angel Star was a special investigator for the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Star was a detective? Ah! I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well, you may continue the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? I might have the court's attention over here. Parking lot in the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A is for the prosecutor's personal office, and Block B is for visitors and clients. A chain link divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that it keeps visitors from taking up prosecutor space, yes? The crime took place by a car in the back of Block A in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with a knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there were witnesses and the arrest was made on the spot. And who was a valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. 4 plans added to the court record. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. It seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. It seems that the poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are you talking about me? Oh, the judge is a jerk sometimes. Somehow I always knew the day with this would come. I was on my way to deliver the lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sent something perhaps... I sent something perhaps it was my fine-honed detective instincts working. Then there was a wire fence. I saw through the wire fence, saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip into the knife into Detective Goodman's chest. Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend, how touching. As you can see, there's no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about that. It's a merely flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You have the cross-examination witness. Somehow I always knew the day like this would come. How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic adherence of crime, yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. The lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. Given that there used to be erasure inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against the prosecutors? I felt I had found my dream job when I became an investigator, and if I hadn't laid off by the prosecutors over there, I still would be one. Laid off? She was fired? To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro at, as you know, my testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue. This boyfriend, he's the detective. He's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend? You have several? Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? And yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'll stick to the lunch, thanks. Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. Security guard room is in the lot above. Oh, is in the lot in A block. It was up to second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be a room with a security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I park in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Press. By Garrish car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed, it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, are you sure it's the defendant? I saw her from no farther than 30 feet away. Am I certain that it was her? If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have proof, we can always complain. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms, ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to be at risk of consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. That was inspiring. I believe I'd heard the tagline somewhere elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be regulated to lowly posts of Unch Lady, but my instincts are owned. Photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap. I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose that's more exciting than hanging it around your neck. This is my first time seeing this photograph. You think I'll show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs. Well, this most certainly is the defendant. Crime photo added to the court record. Uh-oh, this is unmistakable Atlanta sky. So what was the defendant doing at the time? No, she's not. Cause look, where's the knife? And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife? As I already told you, yes. I swear on the finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that's fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is a photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. Let's be a little more careful with our evidence, shall we? It is you who needs to be more careful, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The photograph is not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken the moment after the stabbing. How can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? You saw the dark crimson stain on the chief prosecutor's coat? It's black and white photograph. Ah, yes. It's hard to tell, but it could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Are you gonna just sit there and take the kind of abuse? Ugh. You gotta be a better idea. Wait, this contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? You run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering a jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse, and that was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in a photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made to thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? It was not premeditated. She would not be wearing those gloves. Wah! These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. The murder that was planned a rubber gloves prove it all. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunchboxes for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Miss Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it's my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon, the red car, all belong to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutors from the distant right. Mommy, are prosecutors bad people? Yeah, they are. Defense has a request. You asked the witness to prove an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you say that Lana Skye planned the murder, and that's why she is wearing the special gloves. Seems like the natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ah! Oh! Order, order, order! Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is as good as free. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned, not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. Prosecution can care less if it's premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is the lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That's the only thing the prosecutor needs to prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose that you think you're clever now. But you know this as well as I do, that you planned on killing him. It was planned. If she wouldn't, why would she have been wearing... I'd like to hear the testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure that chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive the human machine to plunge a knife in again and again. Victim was summoned to the police department, to the prosecutor's office. It does sound like a lot the premeditation, doesn't it? So if you order a pizza, does it mean that I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Minus guy decided to kill the detective. That's why he's called the victims. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive the human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Excuse me. That's not what the autopsy report says. You say you stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I test you. With my moss surprise? I'm afraid the moss is growing under the feet as we wait, Miss Star. Huh. What do you mean? I should have explained this. Or shouldn't have to explain this, but look. Autopsy report says the death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that one could never mistake ketchup for blood. But how? But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying that you just took something for blood? When she lifted a knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Well then, let us say that you thought it was blood. Testify. The red muffler looked like a blood to me. That's how Gasol's scene was. Crime scene photo? Oops. Miss Star, I demand your explanation. When is this clearly not suited to detective work? What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim, and you proved that it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Only a true professional could be so clueless. I'm sure you have to make good lunch lady and have no fear. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But I was there. A scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well, now, where were we? The witness is given an entertaining interlude, knocked back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of the testimony. The most important part? The part where his sister stabs the victim. His next testimony might be just the moment of truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her left side. I quickly caught her explaining the rights to her and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made the escape, but against Angel Star, resistance is futile. Are you quite determined about the scarf? I strike like a snake and I bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That's not a very good metaphor. First of all, cobras are kind of snake. Don't bother me with the details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self: Attorney Wright gets bitten by a snake. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands against our side, kicking over an oil drum. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, that one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Well, very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. After the murder, the suspect is having to run behind a partition to her side. I quickly caught her, explained the Wrights arrested on the spot. You say quickly? You were close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Okay, I had to see it on the floor plan just to be safe. Lunch Lady car was... She wasn't a visitor, thus she was parked in B block, so you witnessed the murder from here. What would make you about 30 feet from the car, yes? Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. The Cough of Queen, Lunch Lady athlete indeed. It would have taken her a little time to climb the fence. So it could have gotten to my sister that fast? Yeah, the fence is about 9 feet high, too. How come Miss Starr didn't get away? She mentioned a muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remember exactly, it would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyways, all I heard was say that the word muffler. Just that one word? So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else. Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking to her on her phone. Her phone? You mean the phone call? By phone, do you mean the cell phone that discovered the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. My memory. It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use a phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. In the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. And so she used her cell phone? Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witness. Good witnessing witness? Whatever happened to the good testimony? You should, of course, add that to your testimony. The thing is, things I do to please a rookie defense attorney. Cell phone updated to the court record. She gave up trying to use the phone on the wall and just use her cell phone. Do you think you could state or test me for the court? Aha! I was going to ask the same thing. I only said that this one time, so listen closely. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. She then picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So then she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. During that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I bully grabbed her arm, Chief Prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? You probably made the escape and against her star resistance is futile. I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Slanted Sky. The witness is a formal detective. Her testimony is unaired by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would have been my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out of the 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction to your testimony. How do you explain this? Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me and I'll make you cough it up. All up. Ahem. Just look at this floor plan. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making the phone call. Ugh. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was in the backside of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. What? Order. What is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies. Gah. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you allow me to a question. Tell exactly what lie the witness is told in court. Here's where the counter-attack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it. She tried to use an emergency phone, but it was out of order. What's significant about that fact? Nothing. It would be pointless to have her lie about it. Pointless to lie? I see. The witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone. In other words, Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. Different location? Now that's pointless lie if I've ever heard one. Before my lie pointless, at least let me tell. At least me tell it. Let me ask a question out of cover wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard up to now points in one direction. The place where she saw the witness the crime was here. The only place was where she could have been. The security guard room? Indeed, the security room of the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built in the second level, so you could have seen the entire lot. She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there, but why there? Why are there many other places where she could have seen the phone? Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in Block A. The only place you could have seen the crime is in the back of the partition is here. During your testimony, you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security office room, yes? Well, Miss Starr, how many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables have turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr. Order. Witness. What have you done? You used a detective. You should have known better. But you used to be a detective. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make the justice prevail. The guilty, she's talking about Miss Sky. Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. She couldn't have said that she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells it all. This photograph tells all, it was a defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Wright. Or Edgeworth, what? If the witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason is, Mr. Wright. Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security office. But you lied and said she was in Block B, or B block. They must make a vital difference, but what? Distance to the crime? The change the distance between her and the scene of the crime. I condolence, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what you could see. What you saw is not in question here. What the matter of time would take her to reach the scene of the crime. What? Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard office or station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You... Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? Quality of my lunch is gone from low to inedible. I was bringing the PB&J lunch, my fresh boysenberry jam, to my boyfriend. Boysenberry to your boyfriend? He wasn't at a station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass-walled station. How did she get the... Before I knew it, that's what I was doing. I found myself running towards the scene, but the door was locked. I couldn't open it. That's way even farther. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking lot in B block. That's quite a detour. It's probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? This changes the things considerably. But it was that woman over there, her defendant's chair, who stabbed him. I know it is. I have the photographic evidence. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork. You have a point, and the spork is one wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? If I must between the witness and the murder and the rest, think about it. You could have made pasta in the amount of time if you like it al dente. I've got lunch boxes that ties pasta in knots, rookie. 5 minutes blank. Isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with your 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey, don't get me the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone. You have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. This guy dollied at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would have acted this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah. Well then, it seems like we've come to the end of this testimony. We have a grudge against the defendant, and there is a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated the witness's account of her professional history. We did it. We screwed that can shut. Mr. Wright. Oh, I must have said something really bad. That was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the ones you tried to false off me. I prefer to not take the defense team's leftover. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What is that? It's not another one of their trick lunchboxes. My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Woohoo! A triple-decker. Out of defense of the witness determination, I will allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What you gonna pull out of the lunchbox this time? I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene, and now... To the matter of the victim's shoe, do you not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on the shoe. One was, of course, the victim's. Another was the defendant, Miss Lana's sky blood type, or blood. The shoe proves it. It's flawless. Decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on the shoe? Right, Lunchland for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Why is she withholding evidence? Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is the first time you've heard of the evidence? Simple. As I've already said, I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And? You had blood tests performed? I didn't mention. I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You should know the 2 rules of evidence law, Miss Starr. Rule 1, no evidence should be shown without approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't you forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Nah. Ugh. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really? Prosecution complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. Well, it seems you have yet another court case. Seems that you have another court against you, witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Got the shoe. Very well, Mr. Wright. You have cross-examination witness. I press the fifth statement, apparently. It's up. 2 types of blood were in and the other one was defendant's. Shoe proves it. The flaw is decisive press. You can't let this evidence go without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some like your client. She's enough hot water to make a whole batch of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. What's wrong with the victim's shoe? There's a problem. Am I to be imagining things? I'd say there's one crucial problem with the evidence. It's clear contradiction. But gleam in your eye. You're still young, rookie. I'll give you a peppered fish guts now. But you can't take the heat, can you? That's gross, dude. Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What contradicts about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem that the evidence. I wonder if you noticed there's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie, or it'll be the blood on the bottom of my shoe. Huh? Indeed, this is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be the contradictory about the blood at the bottom of the shoe? The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any blood or bloody footprints found on the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there's no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts the claim about the shoe. The picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints. If there were any bloody footprints, they would have been found. We checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness? What? Huh? You're going, Mr. Wright, but is it true that the lack of footprint can be a contradiction? But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh. That's true. There wasn't that mean reason to be a footprint, wasn't there a footprint? Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why there isn't. It's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I see. Now I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth of her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about the apprehended the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She kicked my hand aside and kicked over the oil drum. She is beautiful but deadly, a predator this one, a leopard woman, rawr. I thought that was a strange thing in a normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that's, I'm not sure you like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well? Was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean? So don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason it was knocked over? The real reason? Aha, you don't mean... Yes, the suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the blood stains that would have become evidence against her. Aha! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie her quite clearly to the murder. Then after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. She didn't say she cut herself when she stabbed him. So my sister's blood is on the shoe. That's when it happened. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it, but... Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. Angel Star is on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water. Court finds the defendant, Miss Sky. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that Angel Star was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister had evidence by erasing bloody footprints. Well, I thought you had your fill, but here you are, demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, didn't you tell me you have something else? You reached your verdict, Your Honor. Any further comments will be held in contempt of court. You threats don't scare me, the cough-up queen. Look at this. The photograph. As just in the case anyone has the gall to suggest, this white shoe doesn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, wait. Look at the asphalt in the photograph. Hey, it's curly wet. Erasing the last trace of the doubt of the court's mind, immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. That's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. It seems like it's what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right? Wet or not, don't be too quick to throw in a towel. Huh? Get yourself up in the asphalt and take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence? Very well, this time I'd like to declare the verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it that you like is with you people? Can't I hand down a verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. It'll be too late. Look at this photograph of the last one submitted. The trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So, Wright, are you saying there's a problem with the latest piece of evidence? Yeah, I'll think later. There's a problem, right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose since you've come this far, he should give you every claim to fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with the photograph. The problem is the photograph is here. What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor. You just said muffler? However, I see no trace of muffler or scarf in any of the kind of photographs. A muffler is also part of a car on a motorcycle or on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? Huh. So what if there's something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with the case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but I'm not going to be that easy. In fact, you already told us why it's important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on mind. You tell us why you think the piece of cloth in the muffler is related to the case. Miss Starr, recall your testimony that it's for the court. Ah yes, when I arrested her, she was mentioning the muffler. That's what she had me confused in the early testimony. Muffler? Ah! Yarg! Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means a piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh! Well, it seems that we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering what about the piece of cloth. If we have any other questions unanswered here, we do deserve the service of the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. Rick will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Phew, that was close. But we made it. At least for now. The court will adjourn for 30-minute recess. As lunchtime after all. Seems hungry. To be continued. Alright, I'm gonna stop here, because it's been a while. I mean... Yeah, let's save... Alright, like I said, I'll probably be back, tomorrow. I'm gonna keep, we'll just keep doing this until we're done with it. To save my storage. Actually, no, I don't save. Alright, so I'm saving my game. I'll be back tomorrow for more of this. Probably I'll do. Okay, what is the. So we got the day 1 investigation done. We got day 2 of the trial. We'll probably finish day 2 in the next episode because we still have the second part of the trial. We have the investigation, then we have 3 parts of day 3 and then 2 parts of day 4. Okay, so I'm like I said, I'm stopping here. I'll see you guys when I see you. Until then, be excellent to each other. Be excellent to yourselves. Take care of your mental health, physical health, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.